Hello and welcome to my Java tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to connect to a Microsoft Access database. So first we have this, which is our database, and here we have a table, developer table, which consists of ID and name. So now let's get started. You can see that it is saved on the desktop. So first thing to do is to go to the control panel, and yes, I forgot to mention, we are going to make use of System DSN. You go to Administrator, Data Source, you select System DSN, you click on Add, and since we are using Microsoft Access, you choose Microsoft Access Driver, you click on Finish, you give it a name, let's say I name it Developer, and you have to select the database here. So that's very easy. With the desktop, where I showed you before, the database is Software Developer DB. So now that you have done this, you click on OK, and we have completed our DSN. Here it is. Now let's go with the codes. So this is NetBeans, and I have a class Software Developer. This is my main method. So let's get started. First thing to do is to import java.sql.all. That's very easy. Next step, your try and catch block. So let's begin with the try. After putting the try block, you have to use the class.forename. So class.forename, you open bracket, open quote, then you do sun.gdbc.odbc.gdbc driver. It's not that hard to remember. All you have to do is sun, then gdbc, small letter, odbc, small letter, then gdbc odbc driver. The gdbc is with G capital, O capital, and then driver. That's very simple to remember. Now next is to create a connection. So to create a connection, you type connection and you give it a name, equals driver manager dot get connection, and here you have to invoke your DSN. So to do this is gdbc dot, that's small letter G, dot odbc, no, it's not dot, sorry, it's colon, odbc dot, and the name of the DSN, I name it developer, I think. Yes, it's developer. After that, our next step is to create a statement, equals con dot create statement method. Now once you have done this, the next step is to create a result set, equals, now I'm going to execute a query. So to do this, I have to use a statement. So I do st, which is a statement, dot execute query, and here I have to put my statement. Let's say a select statement, select all from I think the name of my table was developer table. Yes, that's it. So now that I've done this, result set, what's wrong with this? Yes, capital. So now that you have done all of these, the next step is to put a while loop. While all your queries, whatever you get from here, from this statement, will be stored in this variable in the result set. So you put rest dot next, which means that while the variable rest, which is of type result set, have data, it is going to print it. So it will print it. Cursor out dot print line, then use a result set name again dot get string, and you can put this one which requires an integer, and then you give it a parameter. So 1 is column number 1 in my database, in my table. Again dot out dot println, which should be println rest dot get string of type, and here the second column. Don't worry about these being underlined, there's something else to do now. Now after completing the try block, we need a catch block. So let's catch the exception. So the first type of exception we can catch is a clause not found exception. I name it CNFE, it will print or you can simply put system.out.println cnfe.print stack trace. Yes, sorry. No need for system.out.println. Simply put cnfe.print stack trace. Then you have to catch another type of exception, which is a SQL exception. SQLE, again SQLE.print stack trace. Now we are done, but there's something that I forgot to do, is to add data to my database. So let's give some random names soon. Number 1, let's say Bill. Number 2, number 3, let's see, number 4, number 5, and let's see, Tom, anything. So now that these data have been saved, now let's run the database. Sorry, let's run our program. I run. Here it is. Number 1, Bill. 2, data Avi. Number 3, this. Number 4, number 5. So this is it. It's working. Thanks for watching. Please rate, subscribe, and comment.